some summaries. Basically, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. So we're on volume 5, and it's just like the most detailed comic that I have ever seen. Like, the illustrations are just so beautiful. Just illustrations alone, you should read this for. It's very beautiful. I mean, this cover isn't my favorite, but it's good. This kind of gives you an idea. But it is a lot of like fantasy, world building kind of situation. So if you're into that and you like graphic novels, definitely check it out. I do say the plot sometimes gets a little bit confusing. I think the worst is when you're waiting between volumes. Sometimes I forget what's happened in the last volume and I kind of have to like refresh. But it's basically about this girl. She's half wolf and I think half human, and she's has this thing, I don't remember what they're called, but it's like kind of living inside her and it comes out and eats people and stuff. That's not the best description in the world. I would definitely go look up some reviews and stuff though, because it's probably one of my favorite comics that I've read. But anyway, I'm hoping to finish that tonight so I can move on to the next thing. I am still in the process of reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but the vlog might already be up for this, but I am also trying to do the 1,000 Doors readathon, and they give you prompts and then you finish a prompt and move on to the next one. If you want to know more, go watch that video. I think I'm going to separate the videos, we'll see, but I'm trying to keep the TBR for both as similar as possible so that I can keep it down, because I'm already planning on reading so many books this month. So the first prompt coincided with this, which was on my TBR already for this month for the Thankfulathon. So I figured go ahead and read this, and because it is like a comic, it doesn't take too long anyway. This really doesn't spoil anything, but it shows you just the amount of detail that like goes into this. It's beautiful. Pretty dark, but beautiful. Seriously, just the cutest. I'll be reading and he'll just come up and snuggle. But then if I leave, he takes up all the space. Look what we got today, and that is the back of the book. This is the front. I am tired. It was a long day at work today. But I got this from Barnes & Noble today, which means I officially have all of the books for my November TBR. However, because I am reading it through an audiobook, I am putting it up with its friends, the rest of the series up there, because I'm not physically reading the book, but I like to have the physical book. I don't know why, but I do. And also the books are only like $10, so they're not that expensive. Sorry, he will just get into everything if I don't hold him. Hopefully you guys don't mind cat content. It's like, I think 6:20, 6:30 now on a Thursday. So I am going to go read some Addie LaRue. I think I have about 150 pages left, so I should be on track to finish reading that by the end of the week. 7 more pages to go. Might finish it tonight. Good morning, guys. Sorry if there's some background noise. I have laundry going, and I think you could probably hear it in the living room, but I'm not sure if it's picking it up on the phone. So today is November 14th, so we're halfway through the month, which is scary because I have 3 more books that I'm trying to finish this month, so we'll see how that goes. I just wanted to give an update because I feel like I've been bad about updating, but I've also not really read much at all during the week. There was a lot of stuff with lunch where like I was going out to lunch or coming home and just eating a quick lunch, and typically I try to read on my lunch break at work, but it just kind of didn't happen this week. And then I was more focused on drawing and stuff, so I drew a piece of art for my office so that I don't have to stare at the breaker panel right next to my desk, and I got that like printed, and so I've just been drawing more and reading a little bit less, but I'm trying to get back into reading. Not that I ever like completely stopped, but I am working on The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm really not very far at all. I'm only like 34 pages. It's taking me a moment to get into. Like, I think I'm kind of getting into it. I don't 100% know how I feel about it. Part of me wants to switch to the group read for the Thankfulathon, but I'm only 34 pages in, so I feel like I should give it a little more of a shot before I switch books, just because I know if I switch books, it's always hard for me to come back to the book. So I'm gonna keep reading this, read for like 30 minutes this morning. I try on Saturday mornings to always read for like 30 minutes. That way, if I don't get any reading done the rest of the day, at least I've gotten a little bit. So I'm gonna read this, and then I did the 1,000 Doors Readathon. You may have already seen that vlog. It's already up, so if you want to watch it, go watch it. Maybe I'll add a little card. You can click here. But I managed to keep the TBR for that the same as the Thankfulathon, which really, really helped because it means I got, how many books did I read? 5 books for that. So I read the Scott Pilgrim graphic novel series, and that itself is 6 books. So I read all of those, and that for the Thankfulathon I'm counting as my book to movie adaptation because the series was made into a movie, so I just read the whole thing. Each book takes maybe an hour or so to read. I guess it depends how long you like spend looking at the pictures. Some took me longer than others. And then I also read Monstrous Volume 5 because I had a prompt for the number 5. If you want to hear what I thought about those books, check out the other vlog. I'm not going to repeat everything here because that's redundant. So, yeah, that's my update. I'm going to get to doing a little bit of reading. Hey guys, today is November 15th. It's Monday, so I thought I would just give a little update on reading. I haven't really read much more in Songbirds and Snakes, but I did start with The Fire on High. This is the group read. I'm actually really enjoying it. I realized that we're already halfway through the month, which means I have 3 more books to read in like 2 weeks. So I kind of need to like get on it. I'm not the fastest reader, and with work and stuff, obviously I only have a limited amount of time to actually read. But I decided this morning that instead of reading or listening to the audiobook for... Sorry, the cat is distracting me. Anyway, what I was saying is I decided to stop listening to the Outlander series momentarily to listen to another audiobook. So I looked up all the books that I'm trying to read this month, and the only one that I could find on Scribd, I've heard a lot of people on YouTube say Scribd, but when I see it, I think scribed, like a scribe, you know, the people that write. So I don't really know what's correct. Anyway, I'm going to say scribed because it's natural to me. So I looked on there, and the only book that I'm planning on reading this month that is on there is With the Fire on High, and honestly I've been wanting to start reading it, which is interesting because it's not usually the kind of book I go for, and I'm actually surprised I'm enjoying it. There was a part of me that was looking forward to it because it seemed like an easy read. The words are spaced, chapters are relatively small, it's contemporary, typically those are just easier to read for me. But I wasn't 100% looking forward to it just because the topic didn't sound interesting to me. But there was a lot of stuff not in the synopsis that I think is what's making it interesting to me. I guess it does say she got pregnant freshman year, blah, blah, blah. But like the relationship with the, her like, I think she's 2 in here, 2-year-old daughter is something that to me really gets me into the story because I was the result of a teenage pregnancy. So to me, I think it just helps me relate a little bit more, even though I was the daughter. I think seeing that relationship and just some of the stuff that the author writes about just really makes it a lot more real than I feel some contemporaries are. I feel like a lot of the contemporaries, obviously I don't read a ton, but a lot of times the characters are a little bit superficial, especially when it comes to like high school characters. I feel like you have the same tropes, same things over and over again, and I feel like while this probably does have some familiar tropes and I feel there might be a romance or something coming on, I enjoy the way that it's being written, and that some of the themes are kind of unique, and that we also have a diverse cast of characters. This is her and her little bio, if you want to see her website. And here's Brand coming to say hi. Like I said, I've never heard of this author before, but there are other people on Twitter that were saying that they really love her story, but they've loved all the things that they've read of hers. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. It's always nice to branch out and read new authors, and it's nice that it is a diverse author too. So if you have any book recommendations or author recommendations, let me know. I try when I do readathons or things, or if I'm challenged to do something, to branch out every once in a while and read a new author. I feel like a lot of times I get stuck on one author. I find an author that I really love, and then I read like all of their stuff, and then I like don't know what to do with my life. I feel like the author of Practical Magic, I need to go through and read all of her books. Now that I've read Addie LaRue, I feel like I need to read V.E. Schwab's books, though I've heard her other stuff is quite different. And like Tolkien is another one where I've read basically all of his stuff. There's probably like some compilation things that I haven't read. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and hopefully get a little bit of reading done tonight. Don't chew on my book. Somebody really likes to chew on book covers. If you leave a book around, he will bite the edge of it. He also likes to steal napkins and post-it notes. The other day, he took a sock that was on the floor. So, yeah. He really likes to pick things up and just, like, carry it around. But then, with, like, napkins and post-it notes, he will shred it to pieces. What are you doing? Hey guys, today is Tuesday. I just finished up with my last meeting of the day. It's almost 4, so I'm gonna take a shower. Actually, I'm gonna take a bath. My neck, I don't know if I slept weird last night or what, but my neck has been killing me. It's like my neck, shoulder, upper back region. So I'm gonna take a bath and see if that helps at all. It's just not great, so I'll probably spend the rest of the day like sitting watching TV. Yeah, that's gonna be my night. So I'm gonna try to take a bath, and I'm gonna listen to the audiobook, whose name I can't remember right now, With the Fire on High. I'm loving the audiobook so far. I am notoriously bad about not listening to audiobooks, in as much as like sometimes I listen to them in the morning, but then when I get in the car I'm just like, nah, I'm not feeling it. But this one I'm actually like want to listen to, which I think is rare. I think it's harder for me to get into a book through audiobook sometimes. A lot of times it has to do with the narrator. If the narrator is not good, it's really hard for me to listen to it. But in this case, the narrator is doing an amazing job. Her voice is amazing. I don't know if it's narrated by the author or what, but it's a good narration. So I'm gonna do that. Hey guys, I just thought I would give a little update. Ignore my little like hair curlies. I just took a shower, so my hair's a little bit weird and I worked out. But I am here. I've got some hot chocolate. I have made some progress. Oh, I worked out and my arms don't want to hold this camera. I did manage to read some more Songbirds and Snakes. Sorry, I was holding the camera with a hand that I'm not used to holding it with, and it just felt really awkward to me. So we're going back to how I normally do things. So I managed to read like 70 pages more than I think the last time we talked. I am enjoying it. But for some reason it's not necessarily pulling me in. Like, I just don't feel excited to read it. It's good, but I don't know, maybe I'm just not hooked. With the Fire on High, however, I have been hooked on that. I've been listening to it in the car and while I get ready for work in the mornings, and I only have about 2 hours left, so I should be able to finish that this week. I am working from home tomorrow, so I guess that I'll probably be listening to it less just because I won't have my commute to work. But Saturdays are always my chore days, so I'll probably listen to it while I clean and stuff. I am going to do some wrapping. I have some Christmas gifts that I have bought and I need to wrap those. So I might listen to the audiobook for a bit while I'm wrapping presents. I'm not going to show any of that because it's for my family and they may or may not watch these videos, so I'd rather just not, just to be safe. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to that and then hopefully read some more Songbirds and Snakes tonight and go to bed, work tomorrow. I'm really counting on the fact that I have a long weekend for Thanksgiving to finish the rest of my reading because I do have Into the Water to finish as well. So crossing my fingers, I can actually like meet my goal and read all these books. We will see. Okay, so I finished wrapping those gifts. All right, the gifts are done being wrapped and this cord, oh, I'm gonna fall over. This cord thingy had to be put on here because Brian keeps trying to eat it. And while a lot of the other cords we could easily replace, this one is actually like in the tree, like the tree came with it. I don't feel like having to try to separate it if he breaks it. So hopefully this will keep him from chewing. Anyway, the main point of that is that I'm done wrapping gifts. It took like 20-30 minutes. And now I'm gonna try to do some reading. Oh, it's dark up here. Because I was listening to the audiobook, I now only have an hour left of it. So part of me is tempted to like do something else and just listen to it to finish it. But I know I'm gonna have a lot of time while I'm like doing chores and stuff Saturday to listen. So I feel like I shouldn't waste that time because the other 2 books I'm trying to finish this month are not on audiobook, at least not on Scribed, maybe on Audible, but Audible is more expensive and you only get 1 book. That's why I went to Scribed. Cannot breathe right now. The reason I personally went from Audible to Scribed is because Audible you pay so much and you get 1 credit, which means you can get 1 book, versus Scribed you pay like, what is it, like $9 a month or something, and you can get as many books as you want. So it's just more worth your money, especially if you're gonna choose some smaller books. I always felt with Audible I had to like get the longest, most expensive books so that it's actually worth my money. With Scribed you can just read as many as you want. What are you doing? Hey guys, so I'm working from home today. It is the 20th, Friday. Almost done working, but I was taking a little break and searching the Scribed app again, and I thought, you know, let's just double check, make sure the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes isn't on there, and it was there. I don't know when it was uploaded because I swear I looked a week or 2 ago and it wasn't on the app. So I can actually listen to it as an audiobook. I listened to it for like a minute just to see the pace of it. It is so slow. The guy who reads is talking kind of like this, and it's ridiculous. But if you put it at like 1.2 or 1.5 speed, it sounds a lot less ridiculous. So I'm probably going to speed it up a little bit so that it sounds like normal talking. I know I also tend to talk fast too, so maybe I just like to hear other people speaking a little faster. So my plan for tomorrow, I think, is going to be, because I really want to get some like artwork done, some like painting. I really want to make a Christmas sticker sheet. I don't know why. I've never done this before. It does cost quite a bit of money to get it printed, but like I just think it'll be fun to do. So I want to do that. I also want to work on a painting I want to do for a coworker, and I also want to work on painting some ornaments and putting them on Etsy. So I have a lot of stuff that I want to do this weekend. Also, go check out my Etsy shop. If you want some like wood round ornaments, go check, because by the time this vlog is up, they should be up there. Also, I do custom ones. I have commissions open, so if like you want a painting of a particular flower or you want a certain phrase on one or something, that's totally doable. They're only $8 a piece plus tax. So that's my little plug for myself there. Anyway, so probably while I'm like doing chores and stuff, I will be listening to this because I think I only have like 50 minutes left on With the Fire on High, and I plan on trying to do some painting and stuff tonight. So since there's only like less than an hour left on that, I feel like I might as well just finish it tonight and then go straight into the audiobook for The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Maybe it'll be easier for me to read through audiobook. I feel like I've just been getting really distracted lately with physical reading, but audiobooks lately have held my attention really well. So I'm gonna kind of like transfer over to that. Thankfully, I just finished a chapter, so it's really easy to find where I am in the audiobook. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to finishing working and then get on with my life. Okay, so a little update. I've been doing some painting of ornaments. I think I was painting for like 2-ish hours, so I'm gonna stop now because I just can't paint anymore. And also I'm getting Chinese takeout for dinner tonight, and it should be here in the next like 10 minutes. So I'm just working on cleaning up the paint and stuff. I'd like to be downstairs so I can hear them. There's a lot of squirrels in this area, and one time I took like 5 minutes to go out and grab my food that they have just left at the door, and the squirrels had gotten into it and were trying to eat it. So whenever I get food delivered, I have to get it very quickly or the squirrels will come. But I did finish With the Fire on High. It was a really good book. There's a kitty foot. Boop. And there's a kitty. I give it, I think, 4-star. I really liked it. But I feel like 5 stars are kind of reserved for like, wow, this was amazing. The book did have me hooked. It was a good book. It was a good story. I just don't feel like, for me, it crossed that threshold from being like really good to absolutely amazing. This is one of my favorite books. But it is a good book. I do recommend it. So if you haven't yet and you like contemporary books, go for it. If you don't like contemporary, you won't like it because it is contemporary. And it's like very contemporary. So it was a good book. I am listening to The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes now, and I just checked them I have about 8 hours more to go. I think the audiobook is about 16 hours, so that's not too bad. And when I started it, I had 10 hours because I had already like physically read, I guess, 6 hours or so. Sorry, this cat is all over the place right now. He saw a little fly and he decided he needed to attack it. What are you doing? Oh, you're stuck. You're stuck. Okay, go. Oh, he's gonna sit there. Would you like to tell us about what you've been reading? Yes. What's that? Oh, can you not sit on my hand? Don't sit on my hand. Boop. Anyway, I'll edit probably most of that out. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the update. I'll take you real quick and show you the ornaments that I've been painting. I'm probably gonna go sit downstairs and listen a little bit longer until food gets here, and then I'll take a break, eat, and then I want to work on, I don't know if I said this or not, making some Christmas sticker sheets. So I might try to spend some time tonight working on that. I don't know if I'll listen to the audiobook while I'm working or if I watch YouTube. Maybe a little bit of both. But yeah, that is my plan. Also, just a little update on my plant. If you've been watching my previous vlogs, it was a nice like big plant, several leaves, and then it just started dying. I realized this plant wants filtered or rainwater or deionized water, whatever. So basically the entire thing has died, but there was one little leaf sprouting. So I've been trying to be careful about it. Also, the living room heat has consistently been on before there were electricity problems, so it was getting super cold. And because of that cold, well, I guess this plant doesn't like being cold and it likes having very specific water. So I've tried to work on that, and hopefully now it will continue to grow, but it's looking a lot better. I mean, like, this leaf is a good leaf. So hopefully that leaf will grow, and then there will be more leaves, and we'll have a nice, healthy plant. Hey guys, I am back just to do an informal little, I don't know, ending to this vlog, to this readathon vlog. So this was the Thankfulathon. I need to like go find all the video footage. Basically, I want to edit it tonight, so I need to like actually end it. So I just kind of want to go through how everything went with you. So we're just going to go down the prompts and I'll tell you what I read. So the first one was a book by a POC. So for that I read Monstrous, loved it. I talked about it more when I was actually reading it. The book to movie adaptation, I actually read an entire series to movie adaptation. I read the entire Scott Pilgrim series. Some of these were better than others, in my opinion. The next one was a comfort read. So for that, I think that's what I use this as a prompt for. I read A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes because it is a familiar series. So comfort read, I don't know. We're gonna make that fit that prompt. The next one was a historical fiction. I didn't grab the book. Let me grab it real quick. For the historical fiction, I finished off The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I think. It's been an entire month and like I feel like I'm forgetting what I even read. So if it doesn't match up to what happened at the beginning of this, I'm sorry. The 3-word title, I read Into the Water, which I actually didn't finish. So I did not complete one of the prompts. Basically what happened was I expected to try to finish it over Thanksgiving weekend, and then my brother got Thomas and I into playing Minecraft, and I spent all weekend playing Minecraft. So I did not get a lot of reading done. So I do like the book so far. I'm enjoying it, and I do plan on finishing it, but I did not finish it this month. And then there was a 2020 release, which I also used Addie for because it was released this year. I think The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was also released that year, so either of those would have worked. And then the group read was With the Fire on High, which also technically would have fit the book by a POC prompt as well. So that is how my month went. I think in total, how many books did I read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I read 10 books this month, which is quite a bit for me. I know like more than half of them were graphic novels or comics, but still it's a good chunk of books. I hope you guys also had a good reading month, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!